Today we'll check the triple picks, when it can be good and when it's not, and you'll see the benefits and the disadvantage that you can have when you triple pick. So this is a game on phobia, 1 versus 1 phobia. It's a cycle, 3 picks of 4, and so as you can see the picks of Frisky, they are first in that region, the +1 of Annopleura. You have Bubble Bee, and you have like 3, 4. They are all close picks. If you check his picks, they are not theoretically triple picking because triple picking is usually to have a first turn bonus on turn 1, usually a +4. But it's still kind of triple picking because he has a limited coverage of the map, and his goal is obviously to use his leftovers um, to expand quicker from all his regions that he took. So if we check history, we can see that at first you will be like really clustered in the southwest, while I have a better distribution. So in the short term you will have an advantage over me, but in the long term it's going to be more difficult for him to match my income, and it's going to be more difficult for him to threaten my bonuses. So if we go to turn 1, you see you will expand the +1 of Pediculaphobia, and obviously his aim was to take that +4 of Lutraphobia on turn 2, but since I was there, he wouldn't be able to do it. In the meantime, well, I started to expand the 2 bonuses that are in the north. I went with 5 in the +5 because I thought maybe he could be there, but he wasn't. So at this point I was thinking like maybe he has 2 picks in the southwest. I was presuming maybe he had like herpetophobia, but it wasn't the case. Then I thought maybe he would want to make Lutraphobia, so I attacked, and he kept expanding Apiphobia, while I made sure to have at least one territory for the piece of card. Then you'll see at that point I thought maybe he had Stonefish as a start. So you see here in the +5 of Ichthyophobia, I thought he had both to get Lutraphobia, so I flanked in Black Mamba. At this point, I was back on income because my picks weren't optimal for a fast expansion, and I kind of messed up a bit my expansion. So um, at this point, his triple pick was kind of helping him because he had more income, but I still had 2 territories here in Ophidiophobia. So I had 2 places there that he had to kill. Then I suspect he would do Lutraphobia. He didn't. At this point, he's still up on income. I have 6, he has 10. So, but on position, I clearly have an advantage because in the northeast and in the northwest, I'm completely alone. For sure there are some wastelands that will limit my expansion. So like you see here, you have some wastelands. But at the same time, I knew that the +5 at the right of your screen would be really safe, because I doubt he would take Isopterophobia. So afterwards, you'll see here, he deploys everything, tried to kill me, doesn't work. Now I am up on income compared to him. I have 11, he has 10. So afterwards, well, I'm still alive here, and I have 11, he has 10. I will soon make a +5, and you'll see here at turn 7 he had an opportunity to wipe me out of that +3, but he decided to keep expanding. He was too defensive here on European Otter, and I was possibly too much greedy going for that +5 and trying to go for that +3. So I really took a risk on this one, and you can see I even blockade the blue crate. But at the end, after turn 7, that risk really paid off, because as I told you before, I thought he had herpetophobia, but it turns out that he was in apiphobia. So at this point I was like, okay, I knew that he had lutrophobia. I know now that he has apiphobia. I'm suspecting he has either the +5, or he seems to be really clustered. So you'll see that if the turns advance, now my goal is just to threat all of his income with one of my pick. So this is a big disadvantage of triple picking. For sure you have a possibility to have quick income from the start, and you could potentially have a faster expansion, but the biggest downfall of it is, as you can see here, turn 8, I have a huge stack here on Kissing Bug, and it borders like 2 of his +4 here and 2 territories of his +4 there. So yeah, for sure he has 19, I have 16. He has 3 more income, but it's soon going to change, because like I'm at a good position here. Here he does a good play. He protects Northern River Otter, but I still break him in apiphobia, and I keep expanding here slowly but surely Isopterophobia. Afterwards you'll see, well, I take Isopterophobia. I'm still alive here in the bonus of apiphobia. I'm preparing to go to echinophobia here, and you can see the rest. Like if we play it out, um, he has to, he really has to take me out of there, but it's just almost impossible at this point. Uh, my income is totally safe here in the north, northwest, northeast. Both are totally safe. So I knew I won at this point. After turn 7, I knew I won, regardless of what he was doing. So yeah, keep that in mind when you do triple picking. It doesn't mean that it will not work, but be careful, because you can end up in a situation like this where your opponent's other picks are extremely safe, and he has one pick to really disturb you in the region that you have all your picks. So he just trolls you around, and basically he wins the game in the long term. And